Everyone, it is the Bookatarian here for another video. But anyways, today I am filming my March TBR video. Today I'm going to be filming my draws for the month of what I will be reading March, the year 2021, and I am participating in yet another month-long readathon. I managed to read 5 out of the 6 books. I did not read The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. Unfortunately, I did not get to it. I just started reading things for mood reading instead of what I had picked for my TBR, and then I just realized that I didn't have enough time to read it at all because I had been doing so many other things during the month. It just went by so fast because it is the shortest month of the year, so I will be doing an extra punishment draw, which might prove necessary as I am doing a month-long readathon for this month. So it might come in handy to fulfilling the prompts that I'd want to fill. I will be participating in the, I don't think it has a name officially, but it's initialed as the ACMC Readathon. Type her channel name down in the description box below, so if you want to check out her announcement video and her TBR, as well as know all the rules for the readathon. So if you want to find out any information about that, I will have her channel name down in the description box below. So if you wanted to join, because it sounds like so much fun. It's a readathon that is based on magical creatures in books, so as companions or their main characters or something in fantasy, I think. But because I didn't read all of the books I was planning on in February, I will be drawing 7 draws out of my TBR bag instead of the normal 6 as punishment. We'll see how much of a punishment it is in just a second, though. Alright, so first draw. Ooh, read a sequel. Let's see. Alright, draw number 2. I have one paper here. Ooh, it is a shelf coordinate 210. Draw number 3. What is this? I can't open it. There we go. Sad again? Why? Why? This is the second month in a row that I'm going to be reading something sad. Draw number 4. Got 1. Ooh, another shelf coordinate. 214. I swear I've mixed these. Okay, so we got draw number 5 now. Oof. So we have Colleen Hoover. I have to read a book by Colleen Hoover. I mean, it could be worse, but it doesn't really go along with my plans to read a heck-ton amount of fantasy this month. So it'll be a nice breakup to get some weird adult romance fit in there. Alright, draw number 6. Okay, we have another shelf coordinate. Shelf number 2 is just getting so much love today. Seriously. That's weird. Alright, and then my final draw for this TBR, Gifted. So I have all of my picks. Now I need to go away and decide which books will fulfill each prompt, and I will show them to you and announce what I'm reading for the month of March. The first one is the Colleen Hoover prompt. I don't physically own any of her books, but I will be reading Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover, which I think might be her first book. Or no, maybe that's Hopeless. Sydney. So Sydney has a great life, has a steady job. She lives with her best friend and has a really good boyfriend. One day she comes home and finds her best friend and boyfriend have cheated on her, like they slept together or something along those lines. I haven't paid too much attention to the synopsis. I don't remember when it was I drew it, but the coordinates 210 was Anya's Dragon by Sophia Pasternak, because it's based off of Russia, I'm pretty sure, hence, the name of the main character on the title. But yeah, it's follows this main character Anya, who has heard a lot of bad luck sort of things about dragons, and one day she ends up meeting one. Alright, and so for 217, I wasn't actually The Knife of Never Letting Go. I think it was The Ask and the Answer, which is the second book in the trilogy that I have not started yet. So I just decided to pick up The Knife of Never Letting Go instead, which by Patrick Ness. I did not say that, and I did not summarize what it's about. So it's a dystopian world in which, like, all of the women have either died or have gone away, and men sort of have the ability to hear everyone's thoughts. Anyways, so the story kicks off when the main character ends up finding a girl just wandering around the outskirts of where he lives. And so yeah, I've been really interested in reading this for a long time, long before I've kind of started stepping away from dystopian, but this one still holds my interest. So we'll see if I like this one. If I do, I have the rest of the trilogy just chilling on my shelf and I can continue reading it. Fine. I know this. Okay. So, but the last coordinate on my shelf was 214, and it was Beast Player, or The Beast Player by Nahoko Uehashi. It follows this girl, Elin, whose mom is kind of like this caretaker of either magical creatures or just regular animals. But one day she's killed, I think, because she has that gift. And Elin is scared that if she tells anyone that she also has this ability to talk to animals, that she might be mistreated in the same way. Yeah, this will definitely handle the Asian representation on the bingo board for the readathon. Which I actually have another one that would perfectly suit this one as well. And that is the next one, which is the sequel to my absolute favorite book of the year 2020, being Rise of Kyoshi, The Shadow of Kyoshi, by FCE. This is following in the world of Avatar, following Avatar Kyoshi as she discovers she's the Avatar and follows her path as she's training to master all the elements for a sad book. And this might be me stretching sad a little bit, just a tiny bit. We have A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. It is still going to make me cry, so I count that as a sad book. And for some reason, this series was on the list. I know it has disability representation, but I don't see the connection of magical creatures or companions in this book, in this series in general. I don't get that, but it's more disability representation. I don't know if it's own voices. I don't think so. I'm not entirely certain whether it is or not, but I really loved the second book. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I'm hoping that this book will be a love for me as well. Anyways, I didn't tell you what this book was about either, which I can't really because it's the third book. But the first book follows the character Harper as she is abducted off the streets of Washington, D.C. when she tries to save another girl from being abducted and taken to a fantastical world that is placed under a curse, and she must help the kingdom's prince break that curse and try and find a way home. So for the last prompt, I had gifted. And this one is technically a gift because I got it in my Owl Crate subscription box, which is like a gift to myself every month. So it is The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. And this one, I'm not entirely certain what this is about either, but it follows 16-year-old Decca as she lives in a world in which when you reach a certain age, if your blood bleeds red, then you're normal and you can stay where you live and be a member of your society. But if your blood runs gold, you're apparently like damned or something. And Decca's blood just happens to run gold, and so she is cast out of her village, but then recruited to serve the Empire, the Empire of the world that she lives in, as a part of their army, because apparently they have some kind of special magic. So she agrees to join the Empire and their army. I've heard that the magical creatures or animal companions in this book are really good and unique. But I don't know myself, obviously, as I have not read it. But it was also on the list of recommended reads that Elliot recommended. So I will be reading this one as well. So we've got 7 books, and I have to add on another one because I am still doing my Circle of Magic Along, which I will be reading Briar's book, which is the 4th and final book of the first Circle of Magic series, and probably my favorite one in the first quartet, I'm pretty sure. And if you don't know what the Circle of Magic is about, the first book follows these 4 kind of outcasts in their own society. They come to Winding Circle Temple, which is a temple dedicated to teaching magic to people who want to learn if they have the magical capability. And these 4 outcast characters do have magic, but they don't use it in the way that most mages do, so they kind of need to take a different approach when it comes to learning magic, and they all, through some way or another, end up living at Discipline Cottage because their magic is so different, or because of behavioral issues. They end up all sort of befriending each other and growing closer because they are all outcasts in their own way. I'm reading 1 book per month of this world that Tamora Pierce has created. I will be posting a book review for Daja's and Briar's book sometime this month, or in the month of March. Preferably after I've read Briar's book, so that it won't likely be a part of the Magical Readathon, because I do already have a middle grade on here that I can count towards a space towards middle grade. But either way, that is all of the books that I am planning on reading this March. Book club that I'm in to pick for the next 2 months, I'll focus on that in April, so I won't have to worry about this now. That is all I have to say for this video today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a very good day, and I will see you all in my next video soon. Bye.